The lung model has these parts that you need to know. So right off the bat we can see that this is our right lung. Our right lung has a superior lobe, a middle lobe, and an inferior lobe. The left lung only has two lobes, a superior and inferior lobe. This is the diaphragm, the central tendon of the diaphragm. And in the abdominal cavity, so inferior to the diaphragm is an abdominal cavity. We can see we have an inferior vena cava with our hepatic veins attached and the abdominal aorta. We can also see the esophagus coming through the diaphragm to go to the stomach. Looking at the heart and the blood vessels superior to the heart, we have our superior vena cava, the two brachiocephalic veins, right and left. We have draining into the brachiocephalic vein, the jugular vein, the subclavian vein on the right side, the jugular vein, the subclavian vein on the left side, draining into the brachiocephalic vein. You can ignore this blood vessel. We don't cover that in class. We take the heart away. Then we can see the trachea better. The trachea is up here. The trachea is visible here. The bifurcation of the trachea where it splits is called carina. We have two main bronchi coming off the carina. So you can call them main bronchi, or you can call them a primary bronchi. And then we have three secondary bronchi, or you can call them lobar because they go to each lobe of the lung. So we have a superior, a middle, an inferior lobar bronchi, or superior, middle, and inferior secondary bronchi. Same thing on this side. The left lung only has two lobes, so it has a superior bronchus and an inferior bronchus. Superior secondary bronchus, inferior secondary bronchus. Also call them lobar if you want. Superior lobar bronchus, inferior lobar bronchus. Here we have the esophagus, which we saw on the other side of the diaphragm. We can also see the red is your thoracic aorta, and when it punches through the diaphragm, or I should say goes through the diaphragm, it's now the abdominal aorta. And that's pretty much for your lung model.